I agree. And that match sucked, but we got to keep it going. So we'll move to Shane, them pulling the fast one on the fans and saying that they had the World Cup tournament, best out of 8, best 8 wrestlers or whatever it was supposed to be. World Cup tournament, even though we're all from America except for Rey Mysterio.
He's American citizen. So
they had very short matches the entire time. It was all very short matches. I will say that the Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler match was very good, but of course those guys can work really well together.
Randy Orton was good too. Or Ray and Orton was pretty decent too. They work well together.
It was only like 6 minutes though.
I agree, but the spots they put in there were at least decent.
Fine. But when you have an injury angle in the end of the World Cup and then you have Shane McMahon come in and Shane McMahon wins and calls himself the best in the world and celebrates like he's fucking Eugene or something, like he just goes nuts.
I think that's part of it.
What do you think, Zach?
I was talking with Murray before you guys came in, and I mean, this was always planned. Apparently, I thought it was a.
That's what Meltzer says. Yes. Meltzer says it was always planned.
I thought it was
Shane
a
was
swerve
going to win
because fucking
Cena dropped out or whatever,
and
might have been an audible.
They figured that they would just put it on a McMahon because it doesn't really mean anything at that point. But apparently, this was the plan the whole time, and it's leading to a Shane heel turn, and like we need another McMahon authority heel figure. Just I don't know. I didn't really give a fuck because I didn't care about the thing to begin with. So people were outraged, and I was just like, okay, whatever. It's a fucking joke of a fucking show. It's a joke of a fucking tournament. Who the fuck cares?
I don't care either, but I'm not outraged either. But the only reason I think it's bullshit is because they ask the fans to care.
Oh, sure.
And then they have Shane come in, swoop in, and win the damn thing. And then they kind of hedge their bets on SmackDown, and they back down from him being a heel. What do you think, JCB?
See, y'all being too nice. Okay, that's what the problem is. When you finally get Miz in a situation...
Get me,
when
JCB.
you got Miz in a situation where you can finally ask him to put him over. He is now the best in the world. If you don't want to make him the world heavyweight champion, fine. You need to put Miz over. He's right there in that spot. All you had to do was just let them go out, have a 15, 20-minute match. They remind us of the IC rivalry they had back in the day where they put the belt up against Dolph Ziggler's career. Dolph Ziggler won that match, and it was a great fucking match.
I love that match.
All you had to do was plant that seed and let them go, have Miz go over.
Or Ziggler.
Or Ziggler go over. I don't care. I personally want Miz to go over just because I like Miz better, and Miz will be a better world champion.
But either one of them would have
one of them would have been more than acceptable. If this was the plan to begin with, then why waste our time? Just flip Shane heel. He doesn't need a reason to flip heel. He's McMahon. Just do it.
Damn, he's right, guys. I hate to admit it when he's right, but he's right.
That's all you had to do. You had to go now, and this is why I fucking hate WWE, because every fucking time they got a chance to turn, flip somebody, make somebody a fucking star, fucking Apollo Crews is beating fucking Jinder Mahal, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? They buried both of these motherfuckers like shit for like months, and then all of a sudden Apollo Crews wins. It's like,
Jason, why you're still mad? Jason, why you're still mad?
What? What?
Brock Lesnar beat Braun Strowman
Man,
in
fuck that,
less than 4 minutes.
Dog,
all right,
seriously?
Keep going.
Okay,
Go.
so we can talk about that.
All right, let's
now
talk
here's
about
my
it.
problem with this. If you're going to build Braun Strowman up, which clearly they've done, you can't let this man get squashed. Even if he's injured, even if you don't think he's the man, even if you think that you're going to give Brock the championship so he can go into UFC and go and get crushed by Daniel Cormier, fine. That's your prerogative. I get the why. You can't book it this way. You have now destroyed everything you've done with Braun Strowman. In the months you build him up, all the Roman Reigns hype is now poof, gone, because you want to try to be cute. You're going to get paid anyway. Just let the shit fall the way it's supposed to fall. I had an argument today about this. I don't want to see things happen because it looks cool. It has to make fucking sense. If this doesn't make sense, then why the fuck am I wasting my time at 2:30 in the afternoon on a Friday afternoon while I should be getting ready for work. I'm watching this bullshit and I'm laughing my ass off. That was my knee-jerk reaction. I laughed my motherfucking ass off when they finally happened. I was like, damn, I can't even get mad. This shit's funny. This is so fucking ludicrous. It's not, I can't even get mad. It's just fucking funny. The Shane shit made me mad. The Taker and Kane shit made me mad. Brock made me laugh. I'm mad now because you pushed the button and you just set me off. But when it happened, easily just laughed my ass off because that's just how Vince is. He's so short-sighted. He doesn't see the big fucking picture. And if he does see the big picture, it's the wrong big fucking picture.
All right, now talk about whenever Vince dropped the N-word.
Man, good. I'm sorry, that shit was funny.
Every time I go to McDonald's, when I ask for ketchup on my hash browns, they only give me 2 packets.
Man, shit. First and foremost,
you need more than 2 packets.
All right, that's enough. All right, Zach, what do you think about Braun getting basically squashed by Brock in 3 minutes and 15 seconds?
And it's ridiculous. I mean, I know supposedly he's injured. He's got blown out knees. He can barely walk. Yeah, I'm running around fucking
Who,
Raw.
Brock?
Yeah, no, Braun.
Braun, yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Like he said, it was fucking ridiculous. When I saw it on Twitter, I was like, of course they did that. The belt doesn't mean anything to anybody except Roman Reigns. And, I mean, that's all. It was finally where it was supposed to be. And now that's gone, and it's just going to stay gone.
Oh, Seth is going to get a little
Murray,
swing at
what do you
this
think?
at some point.
I don't think Murray's going to get a swing at it. I think that Seth's going to get a swing at it eventually. But what do you think about
WrestleMania?
You said I won't get a swing at it?
Jesus, that's so long.
Anyways,
I mean, at the belt.
I will try.
Okay. Well,
Shit, I was about to say, don't get that started. It's on.
I mean, look, yeah, they squashed the shit out of Braun, and if he wasn't hurt, it took 5 F5s. So what? Roman is really the only one.
Yeah.
But
That's the only thing anybody cares about.
Not to discredit what you said because it's exactly true. It's totally true. You know, but
I just have a problem with how it was how it was just
here's the
done.
thing.
That's
Here's
my
the
problem.
thing. It was a squash. It was a squash that Braun got some respite from because he took 5 F5s or whatever it was, and he got hit by the belt. The problem is that Baron Corbin basically offered no explanation about why he did it. He said, "I hope that Braun learns that this is a learning experience." It's like that doesn't make any sense.
Oh, hey, by the way, do you know what the fucking main event for TLC is?
What?
Braun versus Corbin.
Stop. Are you serious right now?
They just announced it to the venue so they can start promoting it.
I mean, that those don't always stick, though.
No, but they just changed it from Braun versus I forget who he was, but yeah, they just changed it.
Here's the most important thing that you have to remember is that when Reigns goes out and shit like when shit happens like this, Vince is always going to return to his guaranteed money. And your guaranteed money, he's not going to take a risk on Braun. He's not going to take a risk on Finn. He's not going to take a risk on Seth. He's going to go back to his guaranteed money. And his guaranteed money in situations like this is Brock Lesnar.
He's going to go outside of his own guys.
He's never going to go outside of his own guys. He's always going to go to his guaranteed money. He's not going to go to a risk because, like I constantly have to remind people, this is a publicly traded company, multi-million-dollar company that he is not going to take a risk on. So if you get mad about the booking in WWE, then you better start watching New Japan, which brings us to our 2 count.
You go throw a rock through a fucking window in Wall Street if you're mad.
Getting away. You're getting away.
What do you mean I'm getting away?
We're going to come back to this.
All right.
Okay.
We're going to talk about New Japan.
New Japan.
All right, so yeah, on to some fucking good wrestling. Jesus Christ, it only took us fucking 25 minutes to get here. So
you got me started, man. That's just
we can bitch.
We'll skip.
Damn, we're good at bitching.
We'll skip over the first few matches.
Yeah, let's get to the nitty-gritty.
Yeah.
Unlike all the other wrestling podcasts out there, we are really good at bitching. The rest of them, they just talk about all the good stuff. But all we do is we just bitch about Vince.
I don't know. I don't listen to other wrestling podcasts.
Good answer.
Oh.
So anyway, we had some tag matches open up, Power Struggle like we always do. I'm not going to talk about the Okada Beretta, White, and Fale match, but afterwards we got some cool storyline stuff. Jay White and Okada going after each other. Okada getting in the ring and saying, come at me, anytime, let's do it right here, right now. And White acting like he's going to come down to the ring and then just turns around and leaves all the fans with blue balls. It's pretty fucking great. So White's a great character.
Amen.
He is.
Switchblade.
Yeah, the Switchblade and Okada, so that's set up for Wrestle Kingdom.
Hasn't stabbed
At the
anybody
Tokyo
yet,
Dome.
but whatever.
It's no Happy Gilmore.
Right.
So we had Omega and Kota Ibushi, the Golden Lovers. They beat Tanahashi and David Finlay in a fantastic match. Of course, we all knew Finlay was there to get the pin because you're not going to pin any of those guys. I was tweeting about it, and I was like, man, imagine if Finlay was Okada in this match because they're going to be teaming up on this tour coming up with the fucking Mega Powers. Like, that's a dream match right there. Sho and Yo won the tag tournament in a 3-way, so they're going to face
That's hot.
the junior heavyweight tag champions at the Wrestle Kingdom, so that'll be good. Second year in a row that they won, so they're a fucking great team. Love Rocky Ramiro and Roppongi 3K. Goto pinned Taichi to win the Never title. Should have been Will Ospreay. Terrible fucking match.
Let's get to the good stuff.
Looks like Goto fucking just got his bell rung, and it took like 10 minutes for that match to start. I hated it.
Come on, we got good stuff to get to. Come on.
Ishii and Suzuki. So I know you watched this match. What'd you think about it?
I did. I liked this match a lot. I thought I thought that it was violent.
Yes.
They hit the shit out of each other. I thought that it was almost unnecessary how much they hit the shit out of each other.
Shit, let them motherfuckers fight.
We're talking. I mean, but if we're worried
They
about
got beef. Let them fight.
fucking Suzuki's 50 years old.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, we're talking about how old like Taker and everybody is. He's 50 and he's out here doing killer matches.
I mean,
fucking
that
week.
was. I mean, that was. If we're talking about how old Taker and Michaels and Triple H are, Suzuki put on the best match a 50-year-old has put on this week, except for maybe Jericho.
Oh yeah, I gotta watch
who's
that.
also almost 50. But Suzuki Ishii was very violent, almost unnecessarily violent. For
It wasn't
two
as
guys.
bad as the Ibushi one though. The Ibushi one I said I would never watch again.
Yeah, it wasn't. No, you're right. It wasn't as bad as that. But they were hitting the shit out of each other.
It was rough.
It was pretty rough. But I enjoyed it. The Sabre Jr. versus. Well, I'll ask you what you think about Sabre Jr. versus Naito.
Oh man, you know me. I was gonna say my rooting interest is obviously for Naito, but it was weird in the sense that where you have Zack Sabre Jr. kind of dominating the match, but then all of a sudden you see Naito kind of pull it out at the very end, which is cool. It gets him on the board, and then obviously it sets up Jericho versus Naito at Wrestle Kingdom. Probably for Naito to get the belt back, but that's another story for another time. Jericho Evil was actually pretty good. I kind of had some high expectations coming into it because obviously watching the train wreck over in Saudi, this was going to be my escape from that nonsense. I thought it was a really good match.
It was a different kind of train wreck.
It was and it was a physical kind of train wreck where both guys took spots. You had a pile driver on the table. You had Jericho taking a spot onto the table by Evil throwing him off.
Oh man, his fucking hip had to not feel good on that plane ride.
Then Bill said it too that I don't think he trusted the fall where
That was Jericho's fault.
where he should have just fell back and just did like a trust fall and just make sure that Evil takes care of him versus on the way back he kind of turned to his side or whatever and got his hip and his ribs or whatever.
He put his leg down before he hit the table, which is probably more dangerous.
I didn't see that.
Those New Japan tables are no fucking joke either.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
They hardly ever break.
They got the real thicker steel bars to keep them reinforced. It's no joke. I wouldn't even try to take a fall through that.
So I don't watch as much New Japan as you guys, but I've been watching it for probably 14 months or something like this. I know that Naito and Sabre Jr. are probably my two favorite dudes, and they had a great match. I mean, Naito knows how to fight Sabre Jr. It wasn't my favorite Sabre Jr. match. Evil Jericho was great. It's hard not to focus on Jericho just because I've been watching him for 20 some odd years, and it's interesting to watch him. I mean, he's the fat old guy now. I mean,
that fat old guy was still putting on better matches than what I've seen any other places. Not going to mention any names.
No doubt. And Evil's only 31, and that was a really fun match.
Evil's good.
Yes, and Suzuki Ishii's my man. Like I fucking love him. Like I think he's probably one of the most underrated New Japan guys as far as the top guys go.
I say it all the time.
He's likely going to put on the match of the night on any card that he is. He's very likely to do that.
So, what are we thinking going into Wrestle Kingdom? Because we're probably only 2 months or less than 2 months away from Wrestle Kingdom, which
I think it's the 4th of January.
For those of you that don't know, Wrestle Kingdom is New Japan's WrestleMania, and it happens on January 4th every year, no matter what. Doesn't matter what kind of day it falls on.
It's actually the January 4th show at the Tokyo Dome, but it's been Wrestle Kingdom for 13 years now. So
yeah, that's gonna suck. That's gonna be a Friday morning for my black ass. So I'm gonna be up early and then have to go to work. The card is pretty much starting to set up. Obviously, we got the main event, Omega versus Tanahashi. You're gonna have now.
It'll be killer.
You now got Jericho Naito. You're going to have...
Which Jericho says is not happening, but it's...
it's going to happen.
Yeah.
The big question mark to me at this point is what's going to happen with the U.S. title, because Cody Rhodes, if I'm not mistaken, his contract expires January 1 of 2019. Obviously, Wrestle Kingdom is 3 days after the fact. So... either he's going to have to re-up, or they're probably going to have to take the belt off of him in some form or fashion, maybe beforehand. So something to look forward there. Young Bucks, same way. They're they're not the IWGP Tag Team Champions anymore. God is the Tag Team Champions. So they need a match to at some point.
They're not even in World Tag League.
Yeah, so. No, they are in World Tag League.
No, they're not wrestling.
They're in the block.
Guys, we can sell this.
I mean,
off the podcast.
Let's Google it.
Oh my God, this is so embarrassing.
You Google it.
You keep talking. You keep talking.
You know what?
Go ahead.
Keep going.
So they're going to need a match at some point. Kushida and Ishimori is going to be for the junior heavyweight title, so that's going to be a nice little match. Ishimori jumped Kushida after their 6-man tag at the Power Struggle and snatched the belt up, put the foot on him and everything. So basically that's going to go down. So, I mean, it's starting to set up as a full card. It's just some holes need to be filled.
I have no idea what I'm doing here, but you should hit the subscribe button because Banned from Ringside is good.
Ditch that 9 to 5, time to feel alive. This is Banned from Ringside.